Good evening again. Well, since I'm British Wrestling Radio. I just we'll start again with really bad. I mean, you've just sort of got a busy weekend. You've got Hope Wrestling in Derby.
Yeah.
That'll please someone in our chat room anyway. You've got that. Then you're doing the Rumble in Derby.
Yeah.
You're also,
So that's like I said, doing the Rumble in Derby. So it's my first show of the year. I've got a pretty bad shoulder injury. Just don't know what the situation is there. I've got to get another MRI done with and they inject dye in the shoulder to find out what the actual problem is. But we're probably looking at about I don't think it's going to be that. I don't know how extensive the surgery is going to be at this point. But
how long has the injury been on your shoulder, mate? If you
don't over a year, but just progressively got worse. Sometimes I lose feeling in my hand, in my arm. And it's impacting on my bicep tendon as well. So sometimes I just lose feeling in my arm altogether, but. It is what it is. God saw fit to grace us with a spare arm, so I've got my right arm, haven't I? So, but yeah, so I'm looking forward to working at Hope because it's always a blast going down there, and there's a little thing going on there between me and a few of the other guys against the seven. So it's well, don't know what'll happen there, so we'll just wait and see. But yeah, with regards to the following week, I'm working at WAW, and like I said before, it's possibly one of the most important cards on the British wrestling calendar for 2016. Just simply on the basis of what it's about. It's a TV pilot, and it's been shown and been piloted for 67 channels around the world.
Yeah, and it's like Scott Hall, Tara.
Yeah, we've got Scott Hall on there. We've got Lisa Marie Veron, which is Tara Victoria. But them are just there to complement the show. The bottom line is this is about British wrestling.
Yeah.
And as far as I'm concerned, the best of British wrestling is there. You've got you've got your Joe Coffey, you've got Jack Jester, but there's a plethora of WAW talent there as well. You've got your hooligans, you've got Liberty, you've got Sarai, you've got King Kendo, the list goes on and on. I could be here all day about all the. You've got the guys who are really wrestling against Dominator and Titan. There's just so much talent on there. It's unbelievable, and you're going to get three shows over that weekend. There's a show in the afternoon, there's a show in the evening, and then there's Bellatrix on the Sunday, which, like I says, it's if the last show is anything to go by, it'll be a barnstormer. Like it'll be cracking. But it's I've said this before. I'll say it again. It's a privilege and an honour to work for Ricky Knight and his family. They've always looked after me and had my own best interests at heart. And I'm a big believer in being loyal. And they've always shown loyalty to me. So the least I can do is just give it back.
Yeah.
Like it says, they're probably the unsung heroes of British wrestling because they don't get. I mean, as far as the internet's concerned, I mean, when these guys do over 250 shows a year, for goodness sake, so that just gives you a little bit of an idea of how popular they really are when they're doing shows. But do they get the credit that they deserve or the accolades that they deserve from the internet and social media? Probably not. I know everybody puts ICW at the forefront, and rightfully so. NGW, Progress, PCW. The list goes on and on.
Yeah.
You know and that speaks volumes about British wrestling and where it is right now.
Yeah.
But when you think about the likes of WAW, who constantly always draw big numbers, the fan bases, you'll not get a better fan base than what they've got, and they just add, and like it says, how many companies in the UK have garnered the interest of 67 television stations across the world? How many?
Yeah.
Do you know what I
Exactly.
mean? It's
Yeah.
it's a phenomenal achievement, and if everything goes to plan, it's a real boost, and it's a real credit to British wrestling if something comes of it,
Yeah. I think so. So you wrestling? You're doing a match. I could take it with the WAW on next week.
Yeah, so it's going to be me and Sam Nee, and we call ourselves the Sin City Killers, and we're going to be facing Critical Mass, which is Dominator, and Titan. Just from them, I mean, Titan's about 24 stone, Dominator's about 23 stone. You're talking about two really big guys. You've got a lot of power there, and you've got a lot of experience there. And then there's me and Sam. I've been around the block, and I can throw down a little bit. And Sam's got innocence there with him as well. And it's if you're looking for a technical wrestling display, you're definitely not gonna get that. But
No.
what you will get is four guys kicking the ever loving piss out of each other, and sometimes I think shows need that. You know what I mean? You need that variety. I credit where credit's due to a lot of promotions, but as I see a couple of promotions like Progress and stuff, and it seems to be very, very work rate influenced. You know what I mean? So I'd struggle there. I know that much for sure. But like I think with WAW that offer something, that offer variety. So you'll get your high flying matches, you'll get your technical matches. Doug Williams is going to be there. You're going to get your brawlers and your, and you're going to get like power guys there as well. You're going to get everything, and that's the beauty of working at WAW is the variety.
Yeah.
And the other thing is there's a lot of guys who are down there who do work solely for WAW, and rightly so. I mean, I guess they don't really have to work elsewhere if the promotion that you're representing is doing 250 shows a year. But I'd like to think or hope that this could be an opportunity for them to, branch out a little bit more. Because there's a lot of guys there who I think are really, really standout guys who don't get the credit they deserve. I mean, there's a tag team there called Special Edition that we've used at TNT.
Yeah.
Who I can't speak highly of. There's a young guy there, big guy there called Cletus Fu. He's got one hell of a gimmick. If you like your characters and stuff, if that character gets seen, it's gonna do really well. And there's, like I said, there's so much talent there. It's unbelievable, and it's a shit. And this is the opportunity for all these guys at WAW to stand up, be counted, and say, Here I am, and this is what I've got." You know what I mean?
Yeah. So where does 2016 hold for Ruffneck?
Well, I'm supposed to be emigrating to the United States. So that's definitely. I mean, hopefully that'll happen this year. I'm hoping to get over there about September time with a bit of luck, but you just don't know. You just don't know. But me girlfriend lives over there, and so it's, I want to take me and my son are gonna go over there and start a new life over there. Where will there be any wrestling done over there? I don't think so. I don't. I think this will probably be my final year in wrestling. However, if people do want me to, if British guy, I've got a good working relationship with TNT, and we've discussed about me bringing me over a couple of times a year, maybe moving forward. Because I'm like it says, the great to work for. But like up until then, injury permitting, I'll be at BWP. I'll be at WAW for certain. I'll be at Hope. I'll be at TNT. I'll be at New Wave Wrestling Alliance as well. Then we've just announced a show for March. But as it stands right now, I just take every show as it comes. If other opportunities come my way, fabulous. If they don't, they don't. I do love wrestling. I've always been passionate about it. Sometimes overly passionate I get about it, I guess. But it's one of them where I ain't getting any younger. Me Wolverine healing powers are not working like they used to.
Yeah.
So like things where I'd be able to shake them off. I'm finding it harder and harder to shake it off, which is why I've primarily been working in tag teams. So I'm working with Sam in WAW. I've been working with Babyface Pitbull and BWP and TNT. We're going to be, me and Keith Myatt are going to be tagging occasionally when we get the opportunity to do so. So, like I says, I've just got to look after my body and look after myself, because you don't get paid. You don't get paid if you're on the shelf, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But like it says, I'm doing a thing for Phoenix Wrestling, I think it is as well for Chris Travis in March.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be doing that. I forgot to mention that. So that one will be fun.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll be good because, we were talking on messaging of on Facebook about tomorrow is the year anniversary since they did the charity show at PCW.
PCW, yeah,
it's great.
It's amazing. I mean, like I went to see Chris. Was it yesterday? Yesterday, yeah. I went to see Chris yesterday, and we couldn't we genuinely couldn't remember when the date was, and then we says, "Well, and then you says it's on the Saturday," and I was like, "Oh wow." And that was a lot of fun, you know what I mean? And like, if anybody says, "Would you be working for PCW again?" And I said, "You've got a better chance of knocking a wall down with a jelly hammer than that happening." But we did happen, and it was an unfortunate set of circumstances as to why it happened, but I got all the time in the world for PCW. I've got all the time in the world for Fludder. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we've mended our fences and everything's all good on that front. If an opportunity came down the road to work for PCW, would I take it? Of course I would. Do you know what I mean? It's like I said, it's going to be my last year, like working as often as what I have been. So it would be great to work for as many promotions as possible, but at the same time, it's all injury permitting and schedule permitting, really.
Yeah.
But like I mean. I said this to a guy on a podcast the other day. I mean, it's just if this is my last year in British wrestling, that's great because from where I started to where it is now, man. British wrestling is like it says, it's the envy of a lot of countries now. People are knocking on our door to come here, and the bottom line is years ago, we needed them. We needed imports over here now.
It's we've got quite a few TNT guys in our chat room at the moment, both from the TNT Wolf Pack, as they're calling it.
All right, okay.
So they're all saying hi and everything like that, and thanks
All
for
right.
the TNT business.
Well, like it says, I mean, I've had a hand, and I advise the guys at TNT with the booking and creative and stuff, and I've tried to keep it like even when I mean Nick Hughes had his hand in with it last year, and he would book and I would advise him, and I try to keep it as British as possible because I know British wrestling sells, and I think like it says if you look at the shows that we did, a lot of it was I think maybe we had Ophidian at one show, and I think that might have been it. Yeah. And it was only because he was already here. We wouldn't have flew anybody over. But what I'm saying is that we British wrestling at one point was very import heavy. We were relying on imports to bring people in. It's not the case no more.
No,
we can look at your ICWs and stuff, and they do use them. Don't get me wrong, but they're there before they're at the forefront. Now they're there just to complement the card.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
And that's the reason why, like I says, British wrestling is continuing to thrive, and when you've got people like Progress selling places out, and then you've got ICW filling venue, PCW, NGW. You go down south, and then you go RPW and EWW for that matter. Another unsung hero of British wrestling. Them guys get 2,000 people a show. They might only do 3 or 4 shows a year, but the ones that they put on, you can be guaranteed they'll be sold out. And could you said that about 5-6 years ago?
No,
man, everybody was chuffed to bits if they were drawing 150 for goodness sake.
No, remember when we started British Wrestling Radio? You was lucky if you got about 100 and 200 people at some shows.
Yeah, like
it's crazy.
It's crazy. You know what I mean? And that I think I think a lot of it's got to do with the fact of how the standard of British wrestling is. I mean, look at the talent that we've got. I mean, look at how much British talent now works internationally.
Yeah.
It's a hell of a time to be a wrestling fan at the moment in Britain.
Just had a question in our chat room. Come on and say, wonder if Ruffneck will tell us where he hid the body of Sabotage.
Oh Jesus! I ate his liver with some fava beans and a nice Chianti.
Yeah,
he was delicious. I think Sabotage is doing his own thing. I don't know. He seldom wrestles. I know he does some stuff in Sheffield occasionally.
Yeah,
and good luck to him with it.
I did a rumble for 3 minutes in Sheffield as a thank you for what I did with Callum Murray.
All right,
and he was in it, and he famously called. First time he saw me, I had a long bleach blonde hair, and he went, "Who's put Jimmy Savile on the card?" And I went, "Okay, all right, that's me done. All right, I'm gonna keep stum. I'm hiding in the corner. That's me. I'm out of the way."
He's the only problem when we first come about, we were formidable. I don't think at that time in the early 2000s and stuff, there was only one tag team bigger than us, and that was the UK Pitbulls. Yeah. So we were quite formidable in our size and our strength. We looked like a British version of bloody, I don't know, like Road Warriors for that matter, because, around about that time, there wasn't a whole lot of big guys about, so we stood out. But, if I'm being honest with you, we were all right, but we were quite one-dimensional, it was your typical big man stuff, and then it wasn't until I became I believe I become a better wrestler when I was working with Joey Hayes as Peony version 2, because we had that like Heart Foundation dynamic where I was the strength and power, and Joey was the the technical guy, you know, with the speed, you know. And I thought that dynamic worked a little bit better. It gave us the ability to work with a lot more tag teams, you know. So yeah, but like it says, best to look to him, you know. I bear no grudges with him. It was it is what it is, you know. And like you said, he's doing his thing, and I'm doing mine.
Yeah, I'm doing it very well, I might add. Very well.
I was saying to Trav, you know, of course, like, you know, I'm my own worst critic, you know, I really am. And, you know, um, Trav says, Trav said the same thing, you know, he says, yeah, your own worst enemy when it comes to stuff. He says, because at the end of the day, right, he says, you're not going to do technical, you're not going to do high flying, it would look bloody awful. And he says, it would look, what's the word that I used? Oh, I can't remember. Just says it would just look awkward. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He says, but the stuff that you do, you do it well, and he says you still beat yourself up over it, and it's like, what? It's just the way I am. You know what I mean? But I think the reason why, and I've always said this, I think the reason why I seem to get, you know, have a good relationship with crowds and fans and stuff when I do get the opportunity to work is because they can relate to me. You know what I mean? Everybody likes a beer. Everybody likes a drink.
Yes,
You know,
especially front row people at events. Yes, definitely like a beer.
everybody likes, you know, your working, your average working guy kicking the shite out of somebody, for want of a better word. You know what I mean? People like a little bit of realism. They like, and that's always been me thing. I've been believable. You know, where the moment I walk through them curtains, people know that, you know, there's gonna be a kickoff. There's gonna be a fight. Is it gonna be pretty? Hell no, it's not gonna be pretty, but it's gonna be pretty effective. And that's the reason why I think I'm still hanging and banging. You know, I guess.
We've got another question coming out of chat room. Does Ruffneck think that Tyler Bate would fit in TNT wrestling as he is a great wrestler?
Tyler Bate is one of the best. I mean, like I saw it the first time I actually saw him. It was the back end of, I think it was probably the back end of 2014, and then I saw him more in 2015, and he's a hell of a hand. He's a hell of a hand. We were looking. Like it says, I always call a spade, right? And I always, I just tell it like it is. We did make contact with Trent Seven to try and get them in. He never got back to us. That's the top and bottom of it, you know. So we put that down to them either not wanting to work for us or he's forgot about it or what have you. But we did ask him on more than one or two occasions, and we wanted to bring him and Tyler Bate in. And then Tyler went to. He's been away to Australia with Tony, but yeah, he's a hell of a hand. He's definitely someone that we'd love to have work with us. Like it says, the beauty of TNT is what we try and do is we try and have variety, not just in the type of wrestling that you get, but the type of like the wrestlers that you do get, because we want to bring guys in that you don't typically see in the Northwest. I mean, and that's why we bring guys in from Scotland. We bring guys in from down south, and then from Norwich and wherever, you know. And that's the beauty of TNT. You were trying to give you matches that you've never ever seen before, and that's the way. And that's the way we'll always continue to do it. So if there's room to bring Tyler Bate in, then yeah, sure. Well, why wouldn't we? Why wouldn't we use him? He's a hell of a talent.
Yeah, you're also one of the subjects of, I still think it's one of the funniest videos ever seen on YouTube. It was you, Keith, and a person called Madman Manson.
Oh yeah, I can't even remember where that were.
Yeah.
It was for 1PW. It was a 1PW promo, and it never got used in the end. But oh my god, like we couldn't do any. He did it in one. I think he did it in one take.
Yeah.
But like every time, like even when we were in 1PW, like in its when it first come out, like they tried to get me to do some angle backstage with Manson, and I just couldn't do it. I just used to crack up all the time. I think I cracked up about 7 or 8 times, and I said, "Listen, guys, I can't do it." He's just got one of those faces. I just bust out laughing all the time. So I got knocked in the head. But yeah, it's like I don't think anybody's going to be able to replace him. Like like the comedy style. Nobody's come close since.
No.
And I don't think anybody. I genuinely don't think anybody will. I mean, I've heard a couple of comparisons made, but if the truth be told, say compare an ice cream to horse shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It can't be done. Like I says, it's a shame that he's left, but he's left pro wrestling, but he's settled down. He's got a job. He's got a missus there now, Sammy and stuff. So he's happy. So if you don't need it, you don't need it, does he?
No, I don't. But we miss him. I think everybody in British wrestling misses him at some point.
Oh
It's
yeah,
easy.
for sure.
Uh,
And do you know something as well? He was one of the guys who would stick up for British wrestling as well.
yes. Yeah.
He was like he'd be the kind of person who would go to promoters and say, "Why are you booking him when you got British guys here?" You know what I mean? And he would defend the cause of the British wrestlers the best he could if he thought they were worthy of it.
Yeah, he's definitely one of them. He did it on our show years ago, and he did it, but definitely said, "Don't know why they're doing imports when they've got all the talent here." He said, "I really don't know." But
Well, that's it. I
yeah,
mean, it got to the point where at one point over here, where we would book somebody on the strength of the accent. There might not even be these guys. We were bringing imports over, right? And here's the thing: they weren't even drawn on indies in America. So why were we bringing them over here for? Do you know what I mean? I
yeah,
mean, they must have seen that they were seeing big crowds over here, and them be like, "Whoa, this is amazing! I want more of this." But it wasn't them. Them weren't contributing to that.
no,
You know what I mean? I mean, I still stand by that. I mean, wrestling sells. You know what I mean?
yeah,
I mean, like look at like it says, look at the promotions that have continuously done well without any imports. Well, that's not a fluke. If there's a pattern there. If you're continuing to do it, and like it says, I think I'm just being honest. I see guys like I'll be honest with you. This like we had like Ophidian on TNT, and I'm saying to myself, well, how many bums on seats is he going to put on? What and to be honest with you, I think now if we mentioned Ophidian now and had him on shows in the future, I think people would probably come back to see him, but he wouldn't be the main factor. People come to see TNT,
yeah,
or people go, they don't go to see or Ophidian say, I'm going to rush and buy a ticket. You know what I mean? And I think that could be said about a lot of wrestlers that we bring over. I don't think they're going to necessarily draw any more than what you would have drawn anyway. So maybe it's just a cherry on the top.
yeah. It's yeah. Can't fault you for that one. No, it's that's totally true. I've got one last question for you, sir, from us.
Yeah, mate. Ask as many as you want. I've
Yeah,
got plenty of time to
Mister
kill her.
Mister Mystery. Oh, I wonder who this is. He says, "I'd like to ask Mister Neck how he feels about the lack of selling in a lot of today's matches."
Oh man, no, there you go. Right. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. Right. The reason why British wrestling is doing well is because British wrestlers are getting better. Okay. And the level of athleticism that you can see now in British wrestling is unparalleled, second to none. Right? I would like the level. I would pick. I could pick guys who could go and wrestle and that could go wrestle with anybody. but ensure that level of athleticism. However, if you're not selling, there's no payoff. Do you know what I mean? And like, there's guys who are unbelievable athletes, right? But they're doing themselves a disservice by wrestling the way that they're wrestling. I mean, like, and it might be just the way. This might just be the new wave of wrestling. I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something. But like, if I hit you if I punch you or I hit you, right? That's your job is to make that look real. My job is to make it look real. Okay. So if you're getting up after like a like a lariat clothesline and you're popping straight back up, well, then there's a problem, isn't there? Yeah. I mean, our job surely is to suspend people's disbelief. We let the cat out of the bag years ago, so everybody knows the game's bent. But our job now, as far as I'm concerned, is to have moments in matches where you think, Jesus Christ, was that supposed to happen? Was that real? That's what we're supposed to be doing. But if you're not selling during your matches, well, how can you do that?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I mean, like I says, I saw a segment the other day, and I tell you what, it looked phenomenal, right? Even Dave Meltzer is raving on about it, and it was Will Ospreay and Marty Scurll, right? Two premier talents, probably like they're on the tip of the tongue of everybody in British wrestling, okay? But like there was a sequence of about what? I think there must have been about a sequence of about 10 moves, and they were all high impact moves. And I was like, "Where's the selling? Why are you getting up? How can you get up from that? Do you know what I mean?"
Yeah.
But that's like it says. I think on. I think there's room for them matches. There's a need for them matches. There's a need for work rate and pace and stuff. But I just think sometimes, and this is no bearing on Marty or Will. I just think sometimes they can be done really badly. You know, I mean, your job is to get over, right? If you're not getting, if you think moves are going to get you over, then you're wrong. You're getting the move over, not you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is the SMS text delivery system.
And then there's no psychology there. There's no storytelling there.
Yeah.
You know, I saw a match a few months ago where I think it was like a fatal 4-way match, and everybody got super kicked. How does that work? This is Shawn Michaels' finisher for the last 20 years. He retired the greatest wrestler of all time, Ric Flair, with a super kick, and yet there's you guys super kicking each other, which means that you couldn't have sold it for no longer than 7 or 8 seconds. How does that work? You know, but again, it
is what it is, really.
I mean, it's not. I don't think it's going to change, but I just think slow it down. Just you don't have to be in fifth gear all the time. You know what I mean? If you're in fifth gear all the time in your match, right, and you're in the middle of the card, you're doing the other guys a disservice.
Yeah.
Like my job, I'm at that age now where I don't want to, I let the other guys steal the show. That's fine. Every card needs somebody to do something like that, But what I'm saying is if you're going out there and you're giving that crowd everything in your match, well, you've done the rest of the card a disservice. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like I said, at my age now, what I do is I know I'm just there to offer a little bit of variety, offer something a little bit different, and to complement the card. People should be looking forward to main events. don't burn the fans out by the time main event comes, because it 9 times out of 10 it's for the world title, and if the fans don't care about it, then because they're knackered, well, you've just done the guys you're not doing the main eventers any favors, but that's just my opinion.
Oh, what can I say? I mean, I've really enjoyed tonight. I've loved every minute of this tonight, Keith. I think it's been fantastic. I know our chat room's gone mental about it. It's like you said, you're in Hope Wrestling Sunday.
So I'm at Hope
on Sunday.
Derby on Sunday at Walkabout I think it's going to be in the Rumble. And then there's the Royal Rumble being shown afterwards. On the 30th and 31st, there's WAW, which was the TV pilots, which will feature Scott Hall, WWE Hall of Famer Scott Hall. You've got Victoria, Tara Lisa and Reva on there. You've got the Hooligans on there. You've got Doug Williams on there. You've got Joe Coffey on there. Jack Jester. And then you've got Saraya. Like the list goes on and on. I got to be here all day. But like I said, if you've never been to a WAW show, right, this is the opportunity to go to it, because I tell you what, you'll walk out a fan. I guarantee it, because there's not a better setup in the UK than that setup that they've got at WAW that weekend. It's at Epic Studios. The setup second to none. It's a professional TV studio. We're gonna have pyrotechnics. The lighting's gonna be out of this world. It's going to be filmed on 4K cameras, which I think is a first in wrestling. It's going to be something really special. And then, like it says, after that, we've got, like it says, there's New Wave Wrestling Alliance, there's BWP, there's TNT. TNT have got a show, Merseyside Massacre. Actually, this evening, if you hang around, there's going to be. In fact, can I announce it on here?
Yeah.
Can I announce it?
Yeah.
We've already announced one match, which is the main event at the Merseyside Massacre. That'll be that's Rampage Brown against Bubblegum, and that's going to be a steel chair match. The next match is going to be, and this, like I said, we haven't even announced this yet, but I'll announce it on here. It's going to be Joseph Connors versus BT Gunn, and that'll be one hell of a match.
Yeah.
Like it says, if either of them haven't done anything on a international status within the next 18 months, I'll show my ass in WH Smith's window. There you go. And like I says, there's going to be a load more stuff with TNT. There's a load more. Like it says, I'm going to be working with Hope a lot with TNT, a lot with BWP, New Wave Wrestling Alliance, WAW, and whatever it'll be, will be.
Yeah. And before you go, can we ask? Have you got a funny story about? Because remember we did it with the charity shows and everything, and unfortunately didn't have time to get on. Have you got any funny stories involving Mr. Travis that you could tell us?
Oh, Travis. Well, like it says, like we used to when Trav started, right? This was around about 2003. When he was in GPW. Obviously, there was me and Sav, and we were the big guys, you know what I mean? We were quite, we had the size, the presence and stuff. And at the time, Trav was, we were green, if the truth be told, but we had that presence, that demeanour and stuff. And Trav used to crap himself facing us. Honestly, he used to be absolutely petrified. He would. He'd be like, you're going to do this? Yeah. No, mate, I'm going to come out. I'm going to knock you, mate. When we'd wind him up, say, no, we won't be doing that. And he says, "Oh, I'm going to do this thing off the top rope." Well, and Sab would say, "Well, you could always go for it." You know what I mean? I can't guarantee I'll be there for it when you come down and stuff. And then there was, but like me and me and Chris and Joey, for some reason, we were doing, we'd be talking through our matches, and then Trav just come up randomly and go, "So duck one, Deano." And Deano is this fictitious finishing move, right? And we don't even know what it is yet, you know. So every time we'd be walking, like everybody would be walking through the matches. Like Trav would be over there talking about his match, Joey would be over there talking about his match, I'd be over here, and then every now and again you'd get like me or like him or me going over to one another while they're in the middle of the match trying to get it in their head and go through it all, and we just go, "Just duck one, DNA." And to this day, like it says, we still don't even know what it is. I asked him the other day, I went, "Trav, we've been saying this for quite a few years now, this DNA thing." I says, "A, we don't even know what it is. B, we don't even know where the names come from. And C, nobody's ever seen it." I said, "So maybe I should try and incorporate it somewhere in a match sometime this year." And he went, "Yeah, we just need to think of what it's going to be." I was like, "Yeah, we do." But yeah, Trav's a legend, man. Like I says, hey, he was one of the few people in British wrestling who I have actually and still continue to speak to. Like there's very few people in British wrestling that I would actively go out and have a pint with. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's one of them. Like even like all these years we've rang each other and just like talk, just shut the shit with stuff, and he was talking about being a personal trainer at one point, and I was trying to help him out with that stuff, and like he was one of them where if he rang us and went, "Keith, I need 500 quid," I'd be like, "Right, when do you want it? Where do you want to put it into?" And there's very, very few people I would in British wrestling I'd do that for. But yeah, he's like I says, it's a sad situation where what's happened, but it's as long as I can put a smile on his face, that's all I care about.
That's it. That's the same with me. That's why we did the hashtag Chris Travis thing. That's all I did. It wasn't for nothing else. I just wanted him trending on Twitter just for one day and just to put a smile on his face.
I mean, like I says, I saw him the other day, and he, like it says, he's all right there. He's all right, and all things considered, and I says, "Look," I says, I'm at a bit of a loose end here. And I'm going to tell you a secret now. He doesn't know. So I says, "Oh, I've got a meeting in Sheffield on Thursday, so I said, I'll pop in and see you afterwards." And he went, "All right, I need no problem." And I didn't have a meeting. Didn't have a meeting at all. I just wanted to go and see him. You know what I mean? But I just like it says, I says, "Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make an effort to come and see you once a week, every week, as long as you're happy to, and it's you're well enough to see me. I'll come down and we'll put some DVDs on and just watch some stuff. You know what I mean?" But yeah, like I says, mate, he's a good friend, and he always will be.
Yeah, he's definitely going to be one of the best. He's always like, I can't speak highly enough of the guy. I mean, I know everybody knows what he means to me. So that's it. So I never spoke to him before it all happened. I never spoke, and in a jest or anything. And then all of a sudden, we've become the best of friends. And
that's good.
And that's something I'll always remember. Always remember this. Never forget this.
If you like, I says to him the other day, and I still stand by this. I says, "Look, if you've got one true mate in British wrestling, you're doing good. If you've got anything from two to three, you're doing exceptionally well. Yeah. If you've got up to about 4 or 5, that's phenomenal. Anything more than that, and you're kidding yourself." I says, but let me tell you, he's definitely one of the best ones.
Yeah, always will be.
Yeah.
Always will be. Well, thanks very much, mate, for this tonight. I've absolutely had a blast. It's been an honour and it's been an absolute privilege for me to have Ruffneck on the show. And
oh no, don't be daft, man. Don't talk wet. Like it says, I'm just
one of the bucket list we've ticked now for British Wrestling Radio.
Like it says, I'm just a fan like everybody else. Do you know what I mean? I never put myself on pedestals or anything. It's an honour for me to be on stuff like this. It's nice to know that people actually want to hear what I got to say. You know, so like it says, if there's any time you want me to be on here, I'd be more than happy to come on. Fantastic. Not a problem. Okay, buddy.
Yeah, cheers. Thanks very much for your time, Graham. Thanks.
All right, mate. You take care.
Bye-bye,
mate. Bye.
Right, and there he is, Ruffneck. And what can I say? That's one of the bucket lists. We've been asking for Ruffneck for ages and ages, and it's finally happened. So there we go. It's happening. Nixie's disappeared. I don't know where she's gone. Hopefully it's her internet connection that's absolutely playing buckets as usual. We are going to carry on with the show. We're going to be on for another hour, and then I've got to disappear and do what's called a night shift. It's one of them nights where, unfortunately, I have to work. So that's why we started early tonight. Otherwise, we'd have been later than anything else as usual. No rules, everything. We've got 3 more minutes, and then we can do Watershed. The old rule of the Watershed. But thanks ever so much. What I'll do right now is, what I'll do is we'll go through the events. It's like we've just said, Keith's just said about the events that's happening, all this happening this weekend. We've got the Hope Wrestling on Sunday afternoon evening at the Walkabout in Derby. That's happening now with the Royal Rumble party on afterwards as well. We also have on Sheffield on Sunday, and we'll get to the rest of them at the moment. We've got loads and loads and loads of things happening this weekend. Okay, well, I'll go through them right now. Tomorrow, Evolution Reloaded. LCW presents Evolution at the Brockenham College in Bowlby Road, Endley in Leicester. Card so far, the Prince of Wrestling, Brett Ryans versus Zach Northern. We've got a tag team match, Alpha Brothers versus the Battle Squad Awesome. Blake is taking on Kyle Kingsley. The Archers versus Steve Harris and Harley. Antonio Gonzalez versus the Format, and the Elevation Champion White Tiger will be at Reloaded. That is LCW at the Brockenham College in Leicester. Also, tomorrow, Live Pro Wrestling at High Wycombe, Empress Pro Female Pro Wrestling. Tickets are on sale right now at ringsideworld.co.uk. Main event, Bars and Stripes are taking on the Queens of Wrestling. That is Addie Starr and Rhea O'Reilly versus Pollyanna and Katie Harvey. We've also got Loser Buys the Donuts, Courtney versus Tony Storm. Too Lush versus the Palmer Violets. Nadia Sapphire and Chardonnay versus Violet O'Hara and Violet Vendetta. Future Stars, we've got Lizzie Styles versus Zaya Brookside. Fashion Teaser versus Wild Girl. Ginny versus Kira Fox. Doors open 3:15. Meet the Wrestlers 3:15 to 3:45. First bell 3:45 p.m. Held in association with Entertainment Wrestling Association down over there, Desborough Road, High Wycombe, Buckinghamshire. Also, on tomorrow, Rad Pro Embryonics 4.0, the wrestling show. That is happening at the Chua Eid Community Association in South Shields. Open there and go, and hope you have a great time there. People involving in that one is Vulture, Luke Savage, Alexander Talon, Metalhead, Crazy Tommy, Robbie Ryder, Nikki Starr, and Maria Mastix. Alpha Omega UK presents Outbreak. This is tomorrow at 6 p.m. at the Morecambe Winter Gardens over there in Morecambe. Tickets, the card includes Styx versus Joe Hendry for the Alpha Omega Championship. Big Sexy versus Bobby Roberts and Liam Thompson in a street fight for the Tag Team Championships. Chris Ridgway versus Sam Bailey. We've got RGM, Cyanide, Ryan Hunter versus Jim Drake, Barricade, and a mystery opponent. Also, Nikki Storm and Carmel Jacob will be taking on Lana Austin and Alexis Rose. And finally, we've got Craig Collins taking on Chris Silvino. That is Alpha Omega and Morecambe Winter Gardens tomorrow at 6 p.m. 4FW New Year's Resolution 2016 at Swindon Mecca Regent Circus down there in Swindon. Doors open 6 p.m. Event starts 7. Meet and greet is at 3:30 p.m. Gold, silver ringside and gold balcony ticket holders only. That is happening for FW. Also tomorrow, IPW UK Future 15 Family Friendly Wrestling Academy. Show information is down at the Community Centre, Allington Road, Selsdon in Surrey. Doors open 6:30 p.m. Tickets are £9 each. Someone saying Mecca. Yes, I did. Recommended hotel down there is the Hilton London Croydon, 3.5 miles away from the venue. Tickets available at ipwuk.com. Card includes there's a tag team match, D&D versus Smooth Star, women's match, Elizabeth versus Tennessee Honey, another women's match, Bea versus Rosie Lee, and Cuban Heat are taking on Connor Hunter as well. Then, also tomorrow, PCW Academy debut show at the Preston City Wrestling Academy, St Mary's Street in Preston. Tickets are £5 each. This is to see the Academy guys from PCW. It is their first thing tonight. No food or drinks allowed to be brought in, but they will have a range of soft drinks and alcohol on sale themselves. No video recording. It's £5 per person. Capacity is only 60 people, so this will not last long. Please get there and support the future of PCW. Also tomorrow, BWP main event at the Denby Down Hall in Denby. This is happening Britannia Wrestling Promotions Kickstart 2016 in their 8th year at the medieval town of Denby. Full match lineup is going to be announced. Front row, £10 per person. Standard seating, 7 per person. Go to facebook.com/Britannia Wrestling or britanniawrestling.co.uk. That is happening. Everything. Doors open at 7 p.m. Also, Sunday, we've got a T-Bone seminar happening in Sheffield at the Crook Social Club at 2:30. If you want to do a training session by T-Bone himself, please get there. It's £10 for the 3-hour session. Places are still available, and go there and be trained by one of the best. Sunday also, Super Slam Wrestling Rumble, hosted by All Star Wrestling UK, down in the Hexagon, Queen's Walk, Reading. Tickets available at readingarts.com. Show starts at 3. That's all I've got on that. That's all I've got on there. PWP presents Undisputed with Tatanka and Robbie E. as well from TNA Wrestling at the Wellsprings Leisure Centre in Taunton, Somerset. Tickets available at prowrestlingpride.com. What's it got? Where's it got doors open? What time's doors opening and stuff? It won't bleed in, tell ya. But Tatanka's happening. Ultimate Bro Robbie E's going to be there. He's taking on Scotty Essex. Tatanka will be facing one of the guys as well. Kenny Omega will also be there for Bullet Club member all the way from Japan as well. So there you go. That's happening at 5:45 on Sunday evening. And then we've got live wrestling up in Sheffield. Rumble in Sheffield 2.0 at the Crook Social Club, Mulhouse Road, Sheffield. The card for this one, El Ligero versus Mark Andrews, King Dangerous versus Styx versus Bubblegum versus Joey D versus John Green versus David DeVille for the title. Martin Kirby will take it on Sam Goodison with Jack Cave. The Hunter Brothers will take it on the Hot Blooded Males. Mark Sanders will take it on CJ Banks. Rob Sharp versus Sam Wilder versus Tommy Nova versus Sean Cross. Esther will be taking on a mystery opponent. Ricky J. McKenzie will be taking on Caleb Crow. And there'll also be a live screening afterwards of the Royal Rumble pay-per-view. So that is happening as well. And then also Sunday, ICW presents the 5th annual Square Go Sold Out. It's down at the Barrowlands up there in Glasgow. It is totally sold out. Congratulations to ICW. It's another one again. Also, Sunday, Hope Wrestling presents Ready to Rumble at the Walkabout in Derby. It's all that time again, including Rockstar Spud. More likely, Rockstar Spud's taking on Chris Tyler. lots and lots of great people. Ryan Smiley, Money Benjamin, Chris Jack, yep, and Lana Austin. Also, loads more people ready to courtesy of Hope Wrestling. And also, you might even see occasional appearance by the group 7. They keep threatening they're going to come on BWR, but I don't think so. Unless they want to do it, and then I can't say no. There's 7 of them. Also, that's it, and that's all we've got for this weekend. Loads and loads and loads of wrestling. Like I said before, it is crazy the amount of wrestling that's happening this weekend. It's I'm very, very proud of it. I know people that's involved with British wrestling are proud of it, and I know we should be, because it's happening all around. That's the same Spud that's appearing at the Mystery Island in Birkenhead on February 6th for one day only. Yeah. Yeah. Evening, Nix.
Hello.
Hello, how is your internet?
Crap.
Yep, crap. So, how you been, alright?
Yeah, alright, you?
Oh, yeah, it's a new day. Yes, it is.
Shut up.
If you haven't seen the picture, then it came. My outfit for, because I'm going to see Sunday See Family. And also, then I'm going to Crooks Social Club afterwards, and I'm watching the Rumble. And I've got my New Day t-shirt and my New Day unicorn. And Nixy just went, "What the fuck is that you've got?" And now you're threatening that you're not going to come to any wrestling events with me now, aren't you?
No. I'll go to wrestling events with you. I'll just sit far away from you if you come dressed in that stuff.
Oh, come on. That's a point. I've got to get a trombone next.
No. The trombone's dead.
Got to get a trombone. Got to get the trombone, eh? But, yeah, my wife... Yeah, I'm not going to say what Lindsay said when she saw that outfit. I am refusing to say what she said. Because it's not nice. It's very, very not nice. Anyway, we've got to preview things and talk about other bits and bobs. Get onto it straight away. Royal Rumble. Is Roman Reigns going to keep the title, or we're going to see somebody else with it?
I have no idea.
What's your gut feelings say?
That will keep it.
You think so?
Yeah.
He's going to be number 1, and he'll go through the whole lot and keep...
Oh, we'll go through till the end.
Yeah?
Yeah. They wouldn't have put him in at number 1 if they weren't going to make him last the whole show.
I think what we could say about it is, if anyone's going to take it off him, it'll be Brock Lesnar, and then we've got a rematch between Brock and Roman Reigns for WrestleMania. I'll say that now. Agree? Disagree? Agree? Because I'm thinking of WrestleMania now. I'm in the WrestleMania mode, and I just can't see anything else for WrestleMania except Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns.
Maybe.
Well, we ain't got a Money in the Bank, have we, this year? Because that's done with now. So, we ain't got no Money in the Bank to worry about. Well, hey, Paige came back this week, didn't she?
Yeah, with the person she was supposed to have attacked.
Yeah, well, it's...
So much sense in that.
Where do you think they're going to go with this Paige and Natalia business?
I wonder if they're going to factor into Becky Charlotte on Sunday.
Do you think it's just going to be a total divas type thing?
No. I wonder if they're going to factor into helping Becky, or whether they're going to make some kind of stable with Charlotte as like the second generation women, which I would love.
Really?
How cool would that be?
Yeah. Hey, that's a point. You know when they're saying about the Royal Rumble, do you think there might not be a minute long between numbers? Because it's Roman Reigns and they're going
Supposed to be 90 seconds.
Yeah, but do you think they'll just make it like 45 seconds? Because I remember one year in the 90s, they did it every 30 seconds. If anybody remembers that. Was that I think it's the one with the Bulldog and Michaels. When they went 1 or 2. 1995, that's it. It was the one where they went in every 30 seconds. It didn't do a full minute. Do you think they might change the night times? But anyway, I mean, let's go through the card. Let's do the whole card, shall we? And predictions and all that lot. Matches. Here we go. Oh my God! Have you seen the kickoff show? What they've got?
Yeah, I don't get it.
Darren Young and
I don't get
Damien
it.
Sandow
Mm.
versus the Dudley Boys versus the Ascension versus Mark Henry and Jack Swagger. A 4-way title tag team match to qualify for the Royal Rumble.
Why aren't all of them in it? Only just as filler. Why aren't they all in it?
Yeah. Might be a few surprises. We've got Charlotte versus Becky Lynch. I'll say Becky Lynch. If it's just for one night, Becky Lynch to win it. Or you think Charlotte, aren't you?
No, I want Becky to win it.
You want Becky to win it? Oh, all right. So no interference from Ric Flair, you think?
Well, that's what I reckon. Becky and Sally at the back end.
Yeah.
Paige and Sally might be cool.
I think you should ban him wearing a jacket, because every time he wears a jacket, he flings it across
Throws
the
it off.
fucking ring. You know it? He just goes straight over the ring. He takes his jacket off and he throws it off and he takes his shoes. I reckon it should be Ric Flair just wearing his boxer shorts at the ringside, because whatever clothes he wears, he just throws them at his opponents. And besides, his jacket can sell a better elbow than half the roster on WWE anyway. My point. And anyway, next up, Alberto Del Rio versus Kalisto for the United States. Del Rio. I think you can't change the belt again. Del Rio to win that one, surely. Yeah. Then the match I think you're looking forward to: Ambrose versus Owens, last man standing.
Mm-hmm. Just a bit.
Come on. Who's you got?
Do you know what? I don't mind. I just want to see him win. I just want to see him own it.
You just want to see the match?
Yeah. I don't care.
Is that the feeling in our chat room as well? Is that the feeling that everybody just going to come in and just want to watch Ambrose versus Owens? That's it. Don't care who wins. You just want to watch the match. I would love Owens to win it. I really would. But if Owens loses, I'll take Owens to win the Rumble. I'll put Kevin Owens over. I'll put him in the Rumble match. And then we've got the Royal Rumble match. How many from NXT are we going to see in this? I think we're going to see quite a few.
Yeah, I reckon so too.
Sami Zayn,
Balor,
Finn Balor, Samoa Joe. And we've got to say now, what's your heart tell you? Do we think we're going to see AJ Styles and the Bullet Club at the Royal Rumble?
I'd love it if they didn't show up just to piss off the IWC.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I'd love it if they didn't show up.
Well, the plan is that it seems as though everybody's saying that he's going to show up next night on Raw or on SmackDown. But I still think that AJ in the Rumble. Can you imagine what's going to happen if he comes out? The place will just erupt.
It will.
So how you been anyway this week? Been busy? Back to work?
I'm always back to work.
Yeah. We've got to give a big shout out to two of the British girls repping it up in Japan at the moment.
Kaylee.
Viper and Kaylee Ray. There was loads of great pictures put on this week about these two girls, and they are really, really, really doing the world. They're just showing the world what female British wrestling that Nixy drives so hard and so down my throat every 2 seconds that they are doing the business. And I think that Viper, if you've not seen Viper, then you should do, because Viper is a gem. She's a big, big deal. It's a lot of big things happening with Japan, and it's seen Viper and it's seen Kaylee as well. I just hope it goes on to better upwards and better bond and better things. A lot of people in Japan are really impressed with what both the girls are doing, and I think it's going to improve them a hell of a lot. And who knows where this leads? Who knows? We've got TNA wrestling over here next week.
Have we? Oh yeah, we have.
Yeah, what's your feelings?
Well, I always thought it drew well, but I've heard people saying it's not sold out.
It's not. There's still tickets all over. I just think that the one thing that the TNA, and I know if this upsets people, then I'm really sorry, but it's the way I think about it. I think TNA wrestling has burnt all its bridges, and the audience it's counted on being the Brits, and I think the Brits has had enough. And I've watched the last few episodes of Impact, and I'll give him its due. It looks fantastic. It is an absolute brilliant setup what they've got now. Beer Money's reunited. They're getting some. EC3 is now a face. Matt Hardy is the champion as a heel.
Weren't Matt and Jeff supposed to be coming back for a match with the Dudleys?
For what?
Weren't Matt and Jeff? Did you not hear that rumour? Apparently, Matt and Jeff were coming back for a match with the Dudleys at WrestleMania.
Still can, can't they? There's still a couple of months. Who knows?
Yeah.
But they're called coming over. If Jeff Hardy manages to get in the UK this time, it'll be a miracle, won't it? Because how many times has he been banned from coming over here because of his record?
Quite a few.
He's not been allowed, has he, for the last 3-4 years? Because every time it's been his criminal activity that stopped him coming. But it's the last chance we get to see Kurt Angle. And it's the last chance we get to see Kurt Angle wrestle because he's retiring. And good on him, Kurt. Thank you so much for the career that he's done. You just remember Kurt from WWE, really, don't you? It's not the TNA.
No, I've seen TNA version of Kurt as well.
Which do you prefer? If you had to put Kurt Angle in a match, what would you put in? The WWE version or the TNA version?
See, there was a lot of different elements to Kurt in WWE though, but then there's been a lot of different things he's done TNA. He did Main Event Mafia, he's done, he come in and he was the best and whatever else. The initial version of Kurt where it was true. The 2001 version where he was the big face against the invasion. The whole Edge thing where he was being the comic but he was so serious. There's so much you could say, but you can't pinpoint one thing. It's Kurt Angle, isn't it?
No, I think...
But if he's retiring, how long till he goes in the Hall of Fame?
That's the good point. That's the very, very, very good point. It'll be interesting to see if he goes in very closely. We've already had one name a man announced this year. We didn't talk about it last week.
No,
Sting's in the Hall of Fame. He's been announced. So do you think that's going to be the headline name? Or do you think they're going to come up with another headline name that go in the Hall of Fame for Texas? And the question is for you, is The Undertaker going to be going in this year?
No, I don't think so.
No?
It was a rumoured card and he wasn't on it, so...
Yeah. Do you think that's it now? Do you think The Undertaker's got nothing left to prove?
He hasn't got anything left to prove, he's just doing it for the hell of it now.
Yeah.
He obviously doesn't need the money.
Winter's Lasers put a good one. The only guy in the Hall of Fame with no wins in the WWE. Even Coco Beware won some matches. But in my defence, I've just got to say, when was Nick Bockwinkel in the WWF? When was Vern Gagne in the WWF? How many matches did Mike Tyson win? And how many matches did William Perry win? Them guys that do all that thing. So you can't have a go at saying the only guy in the Hall of Fame with no wins in the WWE, because there's been loads of them. There's been loads of people that's not even been in WWE and they've never won matches. So, blowing your theory sky high.
How old are you?
How old am I? Yeah, but they didn't win him in WWF though. And how many matches did Perry Saturn's broom win? All I'm going to say, how many matches did Perry Saturn's broom win? Says my own Chris. Apparently there is a thing to get the Perry Saturn broom in the Hall of Fame, because that's had more to do with wrestling than some superstars. The broom from Perry Saturn.
Moppy.
I actually watched the Sting DVD, the Into the Light one, and it was good. Could have been a lot better, but it was a good one. I enjoyed it. Different. If you want to see DVDs like that, please go to www.wweo.org. and then you'll see all the DVDs there as well. If you've got any other sites, I'm not bothered. You can put them in our chat room. You can link away. If you've got Facebook pages, if you've got anything that's your personal, anything like that, plug away and get them out of the way, because I will not ban you, and the admins will not ban you as well, and neither will Nixy or anything, even though Nixy does think she's still in charge.
I'm in charge.
Well,
did you, by the way, talking of social media and that, did you see 208?
what?
Me.
You?
Yeah.
What? Where?
208.
208? Oh, yeah, subscribers.
Yeah.
Oh, congratulations.
I know.
We've got 85. We've gone up. We've gone up from 82 to 85 on YouTube.
Yeah.
So we're getting to 100. That's my ambition, to get 100 subscribers on YouTube by the end of this year. That is the thing to get now.
I aim 500 by the end of the year.
Oh, God, yeah. I mean, you look on YouTube and things like that, and yeah, whatever. And I think people's putting too many practical joke videos on there. I think the bubbles could burst in with that lot. Anyway, we'll get back to the weekends things. How many weeks are we going to put up with? I mean, I put this thing on Monday morning, and I said we're going to have a Monday. I've brought back the Monday moan, and everybody knows my moan, and I'm sure that every single person that goes to an event, whether you are running the event, whether you are spectating the event, whether you're watching it, and you're sat there, you're just having a drink and everything, there's the one thing that shows up every single place. It is the scourge of wrestling, either in the United Kingdom, America, Japan, everywhere. It's the scourge of the ringside inspectors. If you don't know what ringside inspectors are, they're these bunch of people. They're about half the audience. They're under the age of 10. They stand there with their John Cena t-shirts on, and they grab the side of the ring as though they know that that ring is safe to be used. And they put their hands on it and go, oh, yes, that's all clever. That was my gripe, because literally it's getting worse and worse and worse. And it's not even the kids now, Nick. It's the adults are getting there as well.
Oh, God.
Because even Rob Maltman and me was both said it's happening now more and more, where you're getting adults touching the ring and going, yeah, that's safe. Yep, that's okay. Yep, you can do the wrestling event now. It's all done and done. I've touched the ring. I have touched that ring. It is
You know
safe.
what? Next event, I'm just going to have to touch the ring to wind you up.
Yeah, it's just like saying, excuse me, Mr. Havoc, Mr. Ligero. Yep, it is fine. You can continue wrestling. You can do your wrestling. Mr. Connors. Yes, you can do your specialist, special one and all that thing. Yes, and you can go in that ring now because I've checked it and it is fine. And all they do is they fucking rub it one down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rub 1, 2, 3, 4 and then go back to the seats. It winds me up. It's the biggest wind up I've got. It's like, what the fucking hell is going on with the rest of this thing? When you get kids going up to the rings going, oh yeah. If I see it on Sunday, I swear I will shove my unicorn fucking thing down their neck. I will go, fucking New Day this little shit. Pow. And I mean it. In fact, I'm going to do a video. I am going to go up to him and go, why do you touch the ring? Please tell me this is British Wrestling Radio recording live. Why do you touch the ring? And I am going to get him on video and ask him why they touch the ring.
Breathe.
I'm not breathing. I'm breathing. I'm fine. It's just that. And then I'm also going to go up and ask people, why do you send me fucking Candy Crush requests? That's what I want to know. Why do you send me Candy Crush requests? They do it because it pisses me off. Damn fucking right, it pisses me off. Bleeding Candy Crush. Who the fucking hell plays that anymore? There you go. My gripe's over. Anyway, what's your moan? Or have you got one? Or aren't you bothered?
No, I don't think I've got one at the minute, actually, apart from the confusion of Natalia doesn't like Paige and now they're best friends. That makes so much sense.
Fucking hell. There's no sense to the stories in Diva Wrestling in WWE. I've told you before. It's what happens every time of the month. It's like, right, I'm not going out there. You can fuck off. And they'll go mental. And that's what they do. And Soda Crush is so much better. What? The fucking hell, Soda Crush? But I just think that storylines in WWE, 1 minute they're there, next minute out the window. I mean, what was the point in The Miz attacking Ambrose this week on SmackDown? And then he got twatted by Owens. What is the point of The Miz at the moment?
He's not doing anything good, is he?
Yeah. What's the point of Chris Jericho?
I don't know where he's going.
You don't. Can somebody please tell him that if he's going to wear a jacket with nothing underneath it, he needs to be in 1986, not 2016? Because that's when it was irrelevant, wearing a shirt with nothing underneath. Yeah? He needs a new fashion sense, I think, Mr. Jericho. He really needs to... I think we just need to get that out of the skin anyway and see what's happening with that. But, oh no. The Miz is great at making people want to hate him, but I have no interest in his wrestling. It's a bit like Eve Marie, isn't it, really, that? The Miz is great at making great people wanting to hate him. I have mentioned her name. Yes, I am sorry. I have mentioned her name. I still stay by my thing that she's going to be Divas Champion this year. I really do. I'm giving advice on fashion. Hey, my fashion sense... Oh, yeah, okay. I can't exactly say that, can I, Nix? My fashion sense.
No, you can't say anything about your fashion sense. Now, mine you can comment on, because mine is fabulous.
Yo, guys, it's fabulous! It's fabulous! It's, oh, my baby, it's fabulous! It's fabulous! I'm sat here wearing my lounge trousers of the Avengers, so I can't exactly say anything. And a Star Wars t-shirt, so that's...
Oh, I worry for your sanity.
I wore Cena gear. You have no... I was proud of my Cena gear, by the way.
Yeah, well, no one else was, no.
Hey, excuse me, Deano Cena rocked.
No, he didn't.
Am I doing this show with the dildo on my head? No, I'm not. The unicorn headpiece, as I call it, is tucked away, ready for me to take to Sheffield on Sunday. And I'm doing that on Sunday. That's what I was doing on Sunday, because I'll let you in a little secret. Tomorrow, Chris Travis is getting married. And then hopefully I'm seeing him on Sunday because I've got a present for him. And the plan is to say to Chris, should we put it on you? And we'll have a photograph took. And hopefully we're going to get a photograph took with Chris with the unicorn on his head. That'll be the best photo ever. Tucked away. Oh, that's not a pleasant thought. Hey, see you go. You've got dirty minds. Dirty minds.
I'm going to tweet him and tell him he can't do it.
Hey, what?
I'm going to tweet him and tell him he can't do it.
Yeah, whatever. Hey, thanks very much to TNT Wrestling Wolfpack guys. They've said I'm an honorary member of TNT Wolfpack. Thanks very much for that. Very much appreciated, and love you guys forever. What can I say? It's been a blast over the last few days. Also announced we've got loads and loads of great things coming up over the next few weeks. It's going to be an interesting few weeks in the world of wrestling. The Royal Rumble Sunday. Oh yeah, I've got to tell you this.
Oh God.
Now, you know that I gave my password out to about 20 odd people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, and this is not aimed at. It's not aimed at my friends. It's aimed at some people that are not my friends. They just see me on Facebook and they just wanted to chat to me and ask me if it was okay. And I said, yeah, no problem. I changed my password this week. So I wanted the network just for me.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Would you agree? Just for me? No problem with that, right? No. Right. So I just says, I've changed the password. I'm having it just for me now. That's it. No. The fucking abuse I got. Messages I got saying, why can't I have the network? Well, buy it. You get a free month. Just get it. And all of a sudden, people have been removed people have removed themselves from my Facebook and everything, just because I've said to them, I can't let you have the network anymore. I'm like, what? What the fucking hell? What's wrong with that? But People just turn around and say, I'm sorry, but you can't have that. No. No, I want the network, and you cannot do it. So very simply, I've said, if I've changed the password, and if you're my mate, very good, and people in that chat room, you know that I'm your mate, and I love that, and I love you to bits. But if if the only time you're gonna chat to me is when you want something off me, I'm not gonna do it. I really, really have not got no business in being friends with that. So bollocks to you. And to all the people that's been putting shit on Facebook, bleeding skeletons and all this and that, bleeding dead pop stars, can fuck off. Gone. I'm doing my Facebook. I don't need to see that shit anymore. I want to see what I want to see. And if I don't like it, you're gone. Blocked. Fucked off. Go. End of story. I've had enough. I'm just had enough of one of these things now, and it's really, really hurt my feelings this week. But I've had to do it because I've really had enough of people taking advantage of me now. I've said this year I'm not doing any charitable fundraising. There's no chance I'm doing any charitable fundraising this year. I've got no business doing it. But it don't mean to say I'm going to be involved with some things that are doing things that's close to my heart. I'm not doing it myself. I might be helping other people do their things, but that's it. How's the weather up on that soapbox? Fucking freezing, and it's pissing it down outside. I can see it outside my window. But anyway, I've got to go and get ready for work in a minute, so we'll have to cut off in about 10-15 minutes. But we'll get rid of it all. This Bullet Club, Nix. Have you heard about the Bullet Club?
I know a fair bit. I've seen a fair few things.
Right. Do you know who's in it?
I know some of them. AJ, the former Devitt. He's Doc in it as well.
Yeah,
there's a load of them, isn't there?
Luke Gallows. Gallows. Yeah.
There's a load of them. I know that.
And you got a Japanese guy whose name escapes me. And they're all supposed to be coming to WWE. If they come to WWE, fantastic. Get them in and let's see what they do. But all I'm going to say is 3 letters. NWO. And look what they did to the NWO. It was a disaster. Absolute disaster what they did to the NWO. So, never heard of them. Mr. Mystery. Never heard of them. If you've never listened to British Wrestling Radio before and you're wondering about what the fuck has Dean just been on about, every now and then I go and I get rid of all these frustrations that's happening inside of me, and that's the way it is. And some people call it a very rare thing. Some people say that I go mental, and some people say that I do talk a lot of shit, but it's what's inside and it's what comes out of my mouth, and that's it. And do you know what it was yesterday, Nix?
What?
You ready?
What?
1 whole year of me being in remission.
Yay!
One down, 4 to go. But I said to him, I sat yesterday, and I just put this memory up, and I went, there you go, one down, 1 year down, 4 to go. And I decided that I wasn't going to say it because of other circumstances, and I didn't think it was fair that me celebrating. Well, I know some other people that shouldn't be celebrating, so I didn't put it on things and that. But thanks everyone for sending me some nice messages yesterday. It was really nice and really appreciated, and I really love every single person. Special thanks goes to Harvey Dale, and he sent me some nice messages, really nice. So thanks, Dave. Thanks, Darby. And we'll see how we go this year. Also, for the next 4 weeks, for the next 29 days, 4 weeks, we've got a phone line. I bought a phone line because I thought Ruffneck would be ringing me on the phone, so I've paid for the phone line. So for the next 4 weeks, you can ring in and chat to us and do anything like that, and you can do everything. We're going to put the phone line up on the website. The website is getting redone. I'm off work next week for the week, so the website's going to get completely redone. If you have anything, what I'm going to do it, I'm going to turn it into a British wrestling fans extravaganza. What I'm going to do is we're going to have a page for wrestling companies, and we're going to have a page for wrestling fans. So if you've got a Facebook page that you want, we'll put it on here. If you have a wrestling company and you want to click to your website, we'll put it on there. If you've got a YouTube channel, aka Nixy Newman, if you like Thunderbirds, that is. We're going to put that on as well. We're just going to put it on. So literally, if anybody wants to come on and click into it and everything like that, podcasts. We're going to have the podcast section. Literally, we're going to try and have as much thing as we can. So if anybody comes and has a look, and I'm just going to put wrestling at the top. You click on that, and you're going to have all these different sections and all these different things, and they're going to be there for you to go in and click away and do what you wish. It's going to take me about a couple of days to do the lot, but it will be there when it's done, and it'll look great when it's finished. But it's like I say, if you've got Facebook, if you've got Twitter, if you've got anything like that, plug away now. You've got them in a chat room, plug away. If you've got wrestling groups, if you've got Facebook groups, anything you've got, do it away and see and get some more likes and whatever it is. Do that on British Wrestling Radio's Facebook page. I've got to give thanks to a few people as well on our Facebook because they put on all the wrestling results every weekend. Across the pond wrestling, they put some great things. James Marsden and all the guys that put there, they put on some fantastic articles on the webpage. Wrestle Ropes doing the great with the results things for the British wrestling. Also, hashtag wrestling doing the same thing. Got to give thanks to Ringside World because they was one of the first people that affiliated with us in the first place. Got to thanks all the way up to House of Pain Evolution because without them, we wouldn't have heard of Blake, and we've always had a soft spot for Blake ever since. So we've had that, and yeah. Oh yeah, look, if you've seen it tonight, Zack Sabre Jr. and Tommy End on tonight, wwn.live.com, and I'm fucking working, so I can't. Subscribe to British Wrestling Radio's YouTube here, monkeys. Is that really our webpage? Is that really our webpage? Have a look. Really? No, it shouldn't be. But I just did. Oh, and thank you very much. We got 86 now. We got 86. We're getting near to 100. This year's going to be good. I'm going to be raising. I'm contradicting myself. I said I'm doing no charity work, am I? And I'm playing in a football match.
Oh, gold.
Yeah, playing for Sheffield Wednesday. Cannot wait. Sheffield, July 2, Hillsborough. Not the stadium, Hillsborough Park. Playing for Sheffield Wednesday against Sheffield United. I will be playing for Sheffield Wednesday with ex-Sheffield Wednesday players. Am I going to shit myself? You damn right I'll be shitting myself. But it's going to be a great day. And fingers crossed, I know there's a certain person that says he's going to be there as well. So I can't wait. I was there for him, and he's going to be there for me this year. So looking forward to it. Have you got anything else you want to finish before we go?
No, I'm good. I need to message you about one thing later, but I can't say it publicly, so we'll talk about it later.
Bad or good?
No, it's to do with a certain thing happening tomorrow.
Oh, I see. Oh, yeah, right. Yes, and for those who don't know, tomorrow, very special day. We want to wish every success and every happiness to Whitney and to Chris on their lives together. Mr. Travis is getting married. What a wedding that's going to be. Congratulations to Chris and to Whitney, and I hope they all have a thing. Might have to do a hashtag. What do you reckon? Do you think we can get a hashtag trending tomorrow at this late notice? No, we can't. Too late. No. The Chris Travis Day was something that he engaged to on Chris Travis Day, for God's sake. That's what I couldn't believe it. He actually engaged to her. Got engaged on Chris Travis Day, which is great. I have been asked, is he going to wear pink tux? Got an announcement. I'm going to announce it now. And this is going to happen every single year. Except from now on, and now, stop punching that fucking web address bonkers. Jesus Christ, how many bleeding times do you have to put one web address up? I'm only joking. We did this thing on September 30th last year where it was asked to do hashtag Chris Travis Day. And a lot of people said to me, we should make this a yearly thing for him. And I said, nah, there's no good about it. Let's do it. But I think, yeah, why not? The rules were very simple. You got a picture of yourself with Chris, or a picture wearing Chris's merchandise, or watching a match, or anything to do with Chris Travis. Hashtag a piece of paper that said hashtag Chris Travis Day on the front. And we just used hashtag. And within hours, it went from nothing 6 o'clock Wednesday morning it was, and it went from nothing at 6 a.m. to trending number 1 at 10 o'clock. It just went crazy. The fact that we did so much thing with this Chris Travis Day, it just went off the wall. And we're going to have it every year from now on. September 30th will be, from now on, known as Chris Travis Day. Has to be. Can't do anything else for the lad. Everything. Nixy disappeared with her bleeding internet, as per usual. So we're going to do that. And hopefully, things like I said, this weekend, loads and loads and loads of great British wrestling. Ruffneck's, if you heard Ruffneck, he's appearing down at Hope Wrestling in Walkabout in Derby. You've heard about that. He's also talking about next weekend, the big weekend for WAW over there in Norwich. Epic Studios, the TV pilot, which is going to be huge for them. Congratulations to everybody. I hope it's the best night you've ever had for Ricky and for Zara and everything. Sweet Sarah and all them Knights family. Let's hope that it is going to be a fantastic day and everybody has the same. I've got to go. I've got to go to work, unfortunately. Otherwise, I'll be here all night long. We're going to be doing, for those who like in America, like Winter's Lair and things, what we're going to do now is also, we're going to do a WZR reunion show. On a Tuesday night, either next Tuesday or the Tuesday after. I'm going to see if we can get everybody back together for one night only. WCR Radio is where British Wrestling Radio was born. It's where the idea came from. It's where I got the idea for the structure, and everything about it was WCR. Now, unfortunately, that show does not appear to be coming back anytime soon, and there's a lot of great people who used to go in the chat room on Tuesday nights, and we used to have the time of our lives. We had drinking games, we had things, we had everything. And we're going to do a reunion show. So we're going to get all the people that was in that chat room, and we're going to go live at the old time of 1 a.m., 8 p.m. Eastern Time in America, 1 a.m. on a Tuesday evening. And it's either going to be this Tuesday coming or it's going to be next Tuesday. Next Monday, for the Steel Boys NFL show will be on next Monday night, reviewing all the season and getting ready for the Super Bowl. Tuesday evening at 8:30 is the return of the 4020 Rugby League show. If you're into your rugby league, that'll be happening here as well. And then either next Tuesday or the following Tuesday, WZR reunion. And I'm going to get that set up right now. So we're going to have a reunion show and have the blast of all time and just have some great times and memories and shoot the shit and get pissed. As usual, as we used to do on Tuesday nights. Thanks to everybody in our chat room that's been here. Thanks to Nix, thanks to Winters, to Rob, to Fat Boy, to Mr. Mystery, to Poochie Dumplings, Brian, Brendy, Mr. Patsarazzi, It's a Mystery, and the Wolfpack. Thanks very much to our very special guest tonight, Mr. Keith Codwill, a.k.a. Ruffneck, telling us all about everything that's been happening with him over the Knicks. It's been great tonight. I really enjoyed it. Thanks ever so much. Tonight's show's dedicated to the memory of Glenn Fry and Dale Griffin, from the rock stars that passed away this week. Please, can we not have any more rock stars dying this week? It would be very nice, and hopefully that nothing else will be doing like that. Anyway, take care, guys. Have a great weekend with your wrestling. Hope it's a great weekend doing whatever you're up to doing with wherever you go. Have a great time, and I'll see you next week. And enjoy the Royal Rumble. The chat room will be open Monday night, so you can come in here. Sunday night, Monday morning, come in here and have a chat. The chat room's open. Nixy will be here. I won't be here. But Nixy and everybody will be here be chatting about the Royal Rumble. It is there. It is yours. Help yourselves. And I will see you soon. Take care, guys. And goodbye.